Hi friends, this is Satvik. I am glad to welcome you to my channel. This is my second video on networking. Before starting this video, I request you to please watch the previous video which helps you to understand this video more clearly. Okay. If you are interested in the fields of networking or hacking, don't forget to subscribe and follow my channel. Here you can see the topics that we are going to cover in this video, and I request you to watch this video completely till the end without skipping in between. Without any late, let's dig into the concepts. Okay. So as usual, I will start with a question, and I have a question for you here. Did you know how you are watching this YouTube video? Okay, pause for a second and think about it. But don't give some silly answers like, yeah, I'm using my mobile. So don't think about some silly answers. Come on, let's find out the answer. To know the answer, a small concept we should know before that. Okay, so let's first dig into that concept. We have to learn that concept, then you will get simple answer for this question. Okay, what is a data packet? Read the definition. A data packet is a unit of data made into a single package that travels along a given network path. Okay, cool. Bit complicated you may think, but let me simplify this. Assume that you have a book, right? Okay, we know that number of pages combined to make a book. Here book is like an whole file, like the song or image, like that, and those pages are considered as data packets. I think you got the concept, right? So data packets are nothing but breaking down a file into simpler parts. That is data packet, and this data packet is used to make transferring easier and faster between the hosts or servers. So you may think about those terminology like host, client, servers. So don't bother much about it. If you want to communicate with your friend, then the data which you want to communicate will break down into parts, and each part is called a data packet, and that particular data packet will be sent through the network and reaches your friend's phone. Simply remember like this. So I think you got data packet, and depending on type of network, data packets have some other names like frame, block, cell, segment. We will discuss it in later. Don't worry about that. Okay. And in between, if you like this video, please like and encourage me. Okay. And this is how a data packet looks like. Don't afraid of these terms. Okay. We will cover everything in near future. Just have a look at it. Now you can see a picture, right? Let's do some practical stuff. I will open my Cisco Packet Tracer. So this is a simulator, and I will surely introduce you in new video. I will completely explain what are the features in it, why this we have to use. So just imagine, for example, let us assume that this is your PC and this is YouTube server. Okay, right? So somewhere this is my PC. I uploaded a video on YouTube server. YouTube server means a place which you can store some resource. From that server we can request that resource. Okay, right? So YouTube has server, and those videos I am uploading will be stored in YouTube server, and you people are requesting that files or YouTube videos or anything else from the YouTube server, right? So let us assume like this. So here you may see that this is a data packet which we said right now. For example, click on it, and this is a packet from my computer or your computer wants to request YouTube server to watch to see this video, right? I will set this packet at one position, that is from your PC to the YouTube server. So here you can see successful. Your PC source is your PC and destination is YouTube server. So successful means the data transfers from your PC to YouTube server. Again we will try in a different way. So from YouTube server, after getting your request, the YouTube server will accept that request and sends your video, right? So here from YouTube server, the data packet travels to your PC, and this is also successful. Successful means nothing but you get that video or you get that response from the YouTube server. Simply this happens. These data packets will flow through these switches, routers and other type of network devices and reaches your PC or your mobile phone. So maybe some terminology will confuse you. Don't worry about those terminologies. I will explain everything in near future. So please do subscribe and please do follow this channel. Okay, right? So this is small stuff, that practical stuff I want to show you. That's it. So later on we will work on simulation and any more things. Okay, cool. So let me minimize this. So let's learn about a network device named hub. In simple words, it's the same as a station that I mentioned before. Okay, so before I mentioned, right, servers, switches, something are there in between of network which helps us to transfer the data. Okay, so this is also same like those only, but network hub is called as a dumb device. Hey, how dare you? How can you call a network device that helps in transferring data as a dumb device? Lol, it actually dumb. I will explain you why, but before that, just read that definition. A network hub is a central connection device that broadcasts data to every computer connected to it. And here you came up with some new word, that is broadcast. Broadcast means nothing but, if you see this picture, this is called a hub, this is a network devices, and some other devices are connected with some cables. And if one device, you can get some clarity on next page. So here if you see, one PC is sender and it is sending to the hub some data. That hub sends data to all packets. If he is only receiver, then he should only receive that packet. There is no need to receive those packets by other devices. But why I called hub is a dumb, because if someone sends any data packet to it, it automatically transfers the data packet or broadcasts the data packet to every device that is connected to network. That should not be happen, because there are some security problems. If I send some password to the receiver, it should be only seen by receiver only. But when we kept hub as an intermediary device, then what will happen? If we send some sensitive information, that transfers to all the computers, and here who is an hacker can also see the password or some sensitive information. So that's why I called a hub is a dumb device. Okay, you can see here. A hub has many ports in it. A computer which intends to be connected to the network is plugged into it of these ports. Okay, here many computers are connected to that. When a data frame arrives at a port, it is broadcast to every other port. So when some data come to this port, then all the data which came from this port broadcasted to the other devices through these all ports. So that's why I called a hub is a dumb device. And in the past, network hubs were very popular because they were cheaper than a switch or router. So you may confuse and you may think what is switch, what is router. We will cover it later. And today switches do not cost much more than a hub, and they are much better solution for any network. So nowadays we are using switches instead of hubs. So let us summarize what we have discussed in this video. We learned that a data packet is the smallest unit of a file or a request or a response of the PC or server. And we came through a picture of a data packet, how data packet looks like, and we did some practical stuff too. And here data packets have a header, consists of source and destination of packet and payload. Nothing but a data packet have a header means in that header it acts like a brain. Where should I go? Where should I came from? That's it. Payload is that the data what we are sending. So we also came through about a network device named hub. It is like a station in a network that broadcasts the data received by it to all the devices connected to it. So called it's a dumb device. As usual, I have a question for you, and please comment your answers below in the comment section, and you can see the next video topics on screen also, session 2.2, and I will discuss about network switch and network cables later on that video. So I hope you learned something useful. So stay tuned for the next video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching till now. Bye bye.